Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Dipali Evle, Assistant Professor ENTC Department, AISSMS Institute of Information Technology. My today's topic for discussion is losses in optical fiber. Even though there are many advantages of fiber optic communication as compared to the conventional communication mediums, they have certain disadvantages too. One of the major problems of fiber is the power loss taking place in it. Power loss is also called as attenuation loss, and it results in reduction in signal power as it travels down the optical fiber. Now, first of all, we will discuss effects of losses. The adverse effects of attenuation on the performance of the optical fiber system are reduction in system bandwidth, reduction in information transmission rate, reduced efficiency, and reduced overall system capacity. Now we will go further for classification of losses. The classification of power losses taking place in an optical fiber are losses due to attenuation, absorption losses, scattering losses, coupling loss, radiation loss, and dispersion loss. First of all, we will discuss power loss due to attenuation. Attenuation is the power loss taking place inside the optical fiber cable. Because of this loss, the amplitude of the signal passing through the optical fiber cable gets reduced. Now, the basic attenuation mechanism in a fiber is due to absorption. It is related to the fiber material. Due to scattering, it is associated both with the fiber material and with the structural imperfections in the optical waveguide. And third, radiative losses or bending losses. It originates from the perturbation, both microscopic and macroscopic, of the optical fiber geometry. Here I have shown you the optical window. Basically, optical window is nothing but the optical or transmitter window is the window where the wavelength regions is basically the wavelength region that offer low optical attenuation. This diagram presents absorption by atmosphere. This is the example of scattering of light by atmosphere. So here you can see the colors of the sky are caused by the scattering of the light. Now we will discuss about the absorption. Absorption is caused by three different mechanisms. Absorption is caused by three different mechanisms, and those are: first is impurities in fiber material from transition metal ions and particularly from OH ions with absorption peaks at wavelengths 2700 nanometer, 400 nanometer, 950 nanometer and 725 nanometer. Second cause of absorption is intrinsic absorption, also called as electronic absorption band and atomic bond vibration band in basic SiO2. And third is radiation defects. Now we will discuss about the absorption by atomic defects. Atomic defects are imperfections in the atomic structure of the optical fiber material. Examples are some missing molecules, high density clusters of atom groups, oxygen defects in the glass structure. Now these absorption losses arising from these effects are negligible compared with the intrinsic and impurity absorption. These can be significant if the fiber is exposed to ionization radiations. This diagram represents induced losses in dB per kilometer with respect to radiation. First diagram represent radiation of silicon, and second diagram, that is induced loss versus time after irradiation. Here one radiation for silicon is nothing but 0.01 joule per kg. Next type of absorption is extrinsic absorption by impurity atoms. The dominant absorption factor in silica fiber is the presence of minute quantities of impurities in the fiber material, and these impurities include OH, that is water ions dissolved in the glass, transition metal ions such as iron, copper, chromium and vanadium. Now what is the origin of this extrinsic absorption? OH and impurities in the fiber perform results mainly from the oxyhydrogen flame used in the hydrolysis reaction of silicon chloride, germanium chloride and PoCl3 starting materials. Now this graph represents optical fiber attenuation as a function of wavelength. Now the minimum values, here nominal values of 0.5 dB per kilometer at 1310 nanometer and 0.3 dB per kilometer at 1550 nanometer for standard signal single mode fiber. So here you can see your attenuation at 1550. This is nothing but 1550 nanometer wavelength of light, and here the value of the attenuation is 0.3 dB per kilometer, and here for 1310 nanometer the attenuation is approximately 0.5 dB per kilometer. So absorption by the water molecule causes the attenuation peak around 1440. So this is nothing but the attenuation peak around 1400 nanometer due to absorption by water molecules, and this dashed curve is the attenuation for low water peak fiber. Next type of absorption is intrinsic absorption by the basic constituent atoms. Intrinsic absorption is associated with the basic fiber material, that is pure SiO2. This intrinsic absorption results from electronic absorption bands in the ultraviolet region and atomic vibration band in the near infrared region. What is electronic absorption? This occurs when a photon interacts with an electron in the valence band and excites it to the higher energy level. The electronic absorption is associated with the band gap of the material. The UV age of electronic absorption follow the empirical formula alpha UV is equal to C e raised to E divided by E0. Now this ultraviolet absorption decays exponentially with increase in the wavelength, and it is small compared with scattering loss in the near infrared region. This UV loss is in dB per kilometer at any alpha lambda as a function of mole function x of GeO2, and it is given as alpha UV is equal to 154.2x whole divided by 46.6x plus 60 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 2 e raised to 4.63 divided by lambda. The inherent infrared absorption. It is associated with the vibration frequency of chemical bond between the atoms of which the fiber is composed. An interaction between the vibrating bond and the electromagnetic field of the optical signal results in the transfer of energy from the field to the bond and thereby giving rise to absorption. Now this curve indicates optical fiber attenuation characteristics and their limiting mechanisms for a GeO2 doped low loss water content silica fiber. So this will indicate absorption losses in ultraviolet region. This is nothing but major loss of fibers, and this is scattering losses. This is absorption loss in infrared region. So here you will be able to observe different attenuation losses versus photon energy. This is the comparison of the infrared absorption induced by various doping materials in low loss silica fiber. So here you will have different combinations of the doping material and what is the loss you can experience for different wavelengths of light. So now we have completed absorption part of the losses, and where we have seen atomic defects, extrinsic, that is impurity atoms, and intrinsic absorption. In intrinsic absorption we have seen absorption in ultraviolet region and absorption in infrared region. Now next we will go for scattering losses. Scattering losses in glass arise from microscopic variation in the material density, from compositional fluctuations and inhomogeneous or defects occurring during fiber manufacture. These two effects give rise to refractive index variation occurring within the glass over distances that are small compared with the wavelength. These index variation case Rayleigh's type scattering of the light and inversely proportional to wavelength. So it decreases dramatically with increasing wavelength. So this is nothing but how the scattering center is created inside the optical fiber. So this is your incident light, and here will be the scattering center. Some of the light will be lost out of the optical fiber, some will be returned, and some will be lost from the optical core. So this point is nothing but your scattering center. So this is Rayleigh's scattering in optical fiber. This diagram indicates combining infrared, ultraviolet and scattering losses for single mode fiber. So this is nothing but intrinsic and intrinsic scattering, intrinsic absorption. So scattering losses are due to compositional fluctuation in material and due to inhomogeneities or defects in the fiber. Next we will go for radiation losses or bending losses. Radiation losses occur whenever an optical fiber undergoes a bend of some finite radius of curvature. So when you are going to bend your optical fiber, then there will be radiation losses. Now in some optical fiber, microbending takes place if there is a small variation between the thermal contraction rates of the core and the cladding material. So fibers can be subjected to two types of bends: macroscopic bends, microscopic bends. Macroscopic bends, light lost from the optical core due to microscopic effects such as tight bends being induced in the fiber itself. And microbending, light lost from the optical core due to microscopic effects resulting from deformation and damage to the core cladding interface. For the slight bends, losses are unobservable. By decreasing the radius of curvature, we will come to the critical value after which these losses increases drastically. Now I will show you here one diagram. So here, when the radius of the curvature of bend, when the radius, this is r is nothing but the radius of the curvature of the bend. So when the radius of the curvature of the bend is larger than the diameter of fiber, then the diameter of the fiber, okay, then macroscopic bending losses occurs, and these losses are also known as large radius losses. So here you have your bending, okay, you have your bending greater than that of the diameter of the fiber. So as we know that the electric magnetic field have a tail in the cladding region, so by bending the cable we come to the extent where cladding field should move faster to keep up with the core field. As this is not possible, so the energy in that region radiates away. Radiation losses depends on the value of the Xc and the radius of the curvature r. As the lower order modes remain close to the core axis and the higher modes are closer to the cladding, so the higher modes will radiate out of the fiber first. Macrobending losses are normally produced by poor handling of fiber. Poor railing and mishandling during installation can create severe bending of the fiber, resulting in small but important localized losses. Already we discussed this diagram where we have seen the power loss in a curved fiber. Micro bending loss, it is the radiation loss in optical waveguide results from the mode coupling by random micro bends. Fiber curvature causes repetitive coupling of energy between the guided modes and the leaky or non-guided modes in the fiber. Microbending is a much more critical feature and can be a major cause of cabling attenuation. And these traces are very difficult to define. However, they can be caused by non-uniformities in the manufacturing of the fiber, non-uniform lateral pressure during cabling, and low temperature and high pressure. So the first diagram indicates the micro bends, and that is causing power loss from higher order modes. So power coupling, second diagram indicates micro bending loss due to power coupling to higher order models. So how to minimize these micro bending losses? A compressible jacket extruded over a fiber reduces the micro bending losses resulting from the external forces. So here we will use some compressible jacket inside the fiber that will reduce the micro bending losses due to external forces. We have also seen there can be micro bending losses due to poor railing. So this diagram indicates subsequent turns of cable creating additional pressure, and because of that we will have the micro bending losses. Minimum safe bend radius. So if you are folding your optical fiber, then you will have the bending losses. So this diagram gives you the minimum safe bend radius, that is not shown in full size so that you will not have micro bending losses. Now this diagram indicates how the loss will be depending upon the radius of the bend. So first diagram, this will cause suppose a loss of 1 dB, then small radius will cause a loss of 4 dB, and very small radius will cause, we may break the fiber. A fiber optic pressure sensor. This makes use of increased attenuation experienced by the fiber at its bends. An active fiber detector, this uses the escaping light. So this will nothing but the indicator if there is any bend. If there is any pressure there, here also you will get the indication of your bending loss. And you may hear the beep sound if there is any bending loss. So accordingly you can have some photocell which will give some beeping sound if there is bend in the optical fiber due to maybe pressure or due to bending. So here we discussed about the radiative losses or bending losses like macroscopic losses and microscopic bends. So in this topic we discussed about the attenuation taking place in the optical fiber, where we discussed about the absorption, scattering losses and radiating losses. Absorption is classified as intrinsic absorption, extrinsic absorption and due to atomic defects. Intrinsic absorption is due to infrared region light and in ultraviolet region light. Scattering losses are due to compositional fluctuation or inhomogeneities or defects in the fiber. Radiative losses are classified as micro bending losses and microscopic losses. So this is about the losses in the optical fiber due to attenuation. Thank you.